With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
A lot has changed since these two met in Super Bowl 34, and off we go between the Rams and Titans. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Pin the mirrors back and go full street.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go. Check 15. Check 15.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. And Quan Bolden, 46 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Kill.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw on third down, Cunningham. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eric Kendricks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go, 46, 46. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47.
Third and short yardage. Prescott slings this deep from... It got his man complete. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Titans. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now Cunningham. This complete to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Kendricks bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On the return is Kirk. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man is Kirk, complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Titans have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Cunningham looking to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Cunningham from the gun. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that's complete to Adams. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now from the 50. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Prescott on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To the air again, Prescott. And able to find Kirk complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And a That's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Cunningham. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 34 yards there and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and that'll bring up second down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Prescott from the gun on third. And the Raiders have got him. Bobby Bell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up fourth. Prescott to throw on fourth. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Titans. Darren Waller, 45 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you started on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. James. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's James. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Vic to throw it. Found his target. It's Anderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the ground, it's James. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Third down. It's James. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They will indeed go for it. Vic, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Ready? 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'm coming after you. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Jim, 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 Jim. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Shot.
Vic now from the 50. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DJ Moore, 50 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he finds McLaurin. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's James. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. James. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Coming this way, here we go. Hey, 52. Echo. 53, Mike. Crunch time, defense. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. 53.
Vic readies to throw. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. He's at the 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. James, and he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's get it together, D.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Kill! 27! 53!
They try again with Lewis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Set the tone, defense.
47.
59, 50. Move you all day. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Miller. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Again, it's Miller. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here we go. Check 53. You ain't got nothing.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
At the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line.
Yeah, let's get set.
First down, Vic. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. No chance.
Now Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Vick. And they are going to set up shop at the... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
There we go. Bring it.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
There we go, 47. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Pass him. Mine's 54.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Slings this deep from the... He's got a man. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Terry McLaurin, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Turn the ending. Get that quarterback.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yo, switch.
Here's Michael Vick. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Vick now into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Second and 6 at the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 26, check 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Titans. 50. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready, ready. Mike 47. Let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Ready, ready! Greystone travel, 18 Gator. Score, score! Ready, ready!
From the 29, Minshew. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 6'6". Pull it high.
Man, I got you. Man, I got
Look at me. Go. Hey, seam 6. Get it.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Right there.
There we go. Go right in.
54 miles. Come on.
There we go. Kill.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Miller, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second and 9, Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's Minshew, eluding the pressure right.
What you got, Abby? Give me some.
Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. But the Bills will add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans! Terry McLaurin 68 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Minshew. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You draw closer. Fair, fair. Hey, box truck.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line.
The score, Bills 14, Titans 7.
Here we go. Go right in.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here I come.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott to throw it. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it complete. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This is Miller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Prescott got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stick.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He gets it to Gurley, complete. No gain, and it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Minshew throwing on third down. Flush to his right. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Prescott slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And they will not be able to hook look up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. But a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. Minshew sets to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It leads to second and 10.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he finds McLaurin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Christian Kirk there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike, here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now on second and 13. Prescott. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Now a handoff to Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second and 9, Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here we go. 4-8. 54 Mike. We're going to 53.
Now on second and 16, Prescott. It's caught here by Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To throw is Prescott. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
27.
To the air again, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. But how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Flushed out right. Finding Green complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. He's got Smith here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Sam on. Hurry. Fine.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Smith. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Miller. They find some open field here. 23 yards the pickup there.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Setting up the screen for Miller. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure. Touchdown, Buffalo! I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it, because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
They had to go for With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
There goes 20.
Mike 56.
Stay with your man. There goes 47. 26.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Prescott now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
On first down, Green. Oh, and now some space to operate. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Cunningham. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 34-yard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 54.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third down, Cunningham. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Protect yourself, man.
Complete to Christian Kirk. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56.
Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
56. You ain't going nowhere. 56. 56, right there, right there.
Now Prescott on 4th down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
And again, it's Prescott. It's caught. It's Miller. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
56, right there, 56. All day, dog. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you. I got 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On 1st down, it's Green. There goes Green. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 68 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Cunningham from the gun. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Christian Kirk, 29 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing, Prescott. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
47. Check, 47. You don't know no better.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Cunningham.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check right 54. Line one truck. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
To throw again. Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. He's got Green. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Mike 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Cut.
On 4th down, Cunningham. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Kyler Fackrell. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Prescott from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Adams. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Here we go, 47.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. To throw on 3rd down. Cunningham under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malcolm Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You can't block me. You can't block me. 54 is Mike.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Cooper was the target there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays.
It got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see Mott. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Lamar Miller taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. They'll run on 1st down. It's Green, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Cunningham. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Cunningham now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And some room to maneuver. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Go to 54, go to 54, right here. 56, right there.
Prescott on first down. It's caught here by Adams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. Complete. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad.